Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to play with some yoga, the chair, some weights. We're going to have a good time. I hope, or at least I will. It's an interesting thing. A lot of people think about chair yoga and they think that it is for people who are not stable or not strong. A much older group of people is usually the image. But I find none of that true. There are things you can do with a chair in yoga that's really helpful for the body. And if you're having trouble, say, with knees or you had surgeries or something, the chair can really offer a wonderful way to get some movements, some yoga, some exercises in your body without hurting things that are healing. And I have just a 3-pound weights and a couple of 5-pound weights. You can go lighter, you can go heavier, you know your body. So, but I find the lighter weights better for upper body so that the shoulders and neck don't get strained. And then the heavier weights are good for some other things. All right, so with that, find yourself seated in your chair. And notice how that feels all by itself. Try not to lean back, right, with the remote control. Try not to lean back in your chair. So sit away from the back of the chair if you can. And then make sure both feet are very solidly on the floor. And this is one of the things with chair yoga, that one chair doesn't fit all. And so if you are shorter statured, and your feet don't touch the floor, I would grab a couple of your blocks and put your feet on blocks. Same as if you're very tall and you find that you don't have a nice level thigh, upper part of the leg because you're really tall, you might want to sit up on something so that your knees aren't hiked up higher than your hips. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it should feel good and solid. So start here and lift up really tall through the spine, but drop the tailbone always, right? If we lift up, we tend to go into a back bend. So the tailbone drops toward the chair a little bit. The hands can rest on your thighs or on in your lap, whatever feels good to you. And then close the eyes. And start to tap into the breath and really draw some attention to the feet. So start to feel what you feel in your feet. Like, is there a part of each foot that is weighing heavier than the other? Do you feel a drop or a lift in the ankles? Can you kind of pick out your pinky toes? On the floor, or are they just kind of somewhere in space and you don't really feel them? And none of that with judgment, just kind of notice what your normal pattern is. If you were to make a little imprint of your feet, what would that look like for you? And then maybe press the big toes down and spread the rest of the toes out from the big toe. Create a little bit of space there. But then make sure the big toe mound is pressing. And feel the shins pretty much parallel, straight up and down, unless you are not able to bend the knees right now. Feel the softness of the belly as you breathe in. Feel the soft and deliberate exhale of the breath as the belly draws in on that exhale. Good, a few more, just awareness here, just notice what the legs are doing, how the spine feels, if the muscles of the spine are getting tired from this upright position, just notice. And then let the eyes open and start to roll the shoulders, just roll them out a little bit, start to soften up here. And then let the arms come all the way up. Take your hands to the heart. If you've done the last couple of classes, we've been playing with this little breath movement. So hands come to heart and then interlace, press down, lift up. Exhale back to your belly. Press up, hands come together in the heart and reach up all the way down. Good, we're gonna do 4 more of those. Inhale. Exhale to your heart, interlace and just press. Good, inhale, reach up. Exhale, you can curl in. Good, inhale, press up to the heart, release and take it up. Exhale, let go. Good, inhale. Exhale to the heart. Interlace, press down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, belly. Inhale, up to the heart, hands to heart, take it up. Exhale, 2 more, here we go. Exhale to your heart. Interlace, press down. Inhale, up. Use the breath, exhale it in. Inhale, back up to the heart, hands come together. Take them up. Exhale there. Last one. Exhale there. Rest down. Inhale. Exhale. Reach up. Hands come back together. Take it up. Exhale all the way down and shake it out, everybody. And then if I'm mirroring here, so you can mirror if that makes sense. Take the right hand down the leg of the chair, and you might have noticed if you're watching the screen, my left knee or my right, it is my left knee, but on that same side, that knee wanted to go into the middle. So if that happens to you, draw the feet back to the floor, slide one hand down the chair, any amount, and then stretch over with the right arm. Now be careful here, right? Chairs can be tippy, even the most solid chairs. So make sure you're really pressing down through that side that's stretching. Watch the head, the neck, make sure you're not looking up or doing something really funky with your neck. Just let it be. And then that bottom hand, whatever it's touching, push into that hand. Good, breathe. And both arms up. Exhale, other side, the hand rolls down the side of the chair. If you don't have a leg on the chair like I do, you can hold the seat. And breathe, watch the alignment, press through that opposite foot, breathe. And take it up, good, exhale, cactus arms. You're gonna twist everything to the right. Your left hand comes to the knee and the right hand can drape right over the back of the chair again, depending on the type of chair you have. And notice how the stretch feels. The chest is lifted, the shoulders are moving away. That right knee, the one that the hand is on, is not rolling into the middle, so a little bit of resistance there. And take everything up, cactus arms, switch everything to the other side, the hands come down, the knee presses back out into the hand, the shoulders drop. Big deep breath, everybody. Good, and then inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down. Roll it out. Now, again, I know one of you at least, my dear friend out there, is recovering from knee surgery, so you may or may not be able to do this one. Go ahead and straighten your left leg. We're going to come into figure 4 seated on the chair. An option here, if you can move the knee, would be to stay low, okay? And just have it here, and then you can tilt forward. Or bring the ankle above that knee. Pause for a moment, get nice and tall, maybe the hands come to your chair, and then begin to slide that foot back up to a more 90-degree angle. Right away, you might start feeling that bent knees, hip. And again, no damage, so I know a couple of you that this external rotation isn't your favorite, so go soft, right? Go softer. Find the spot that works for you. And then lift really, really tall. Some of you are going to stay right here. That's plenty enough stretch for you. Otherwise, inhale it up. Exhale, take it forward. You can let those hands just drop on either side of the leg. Big old stretch for that hip, that bent knees hip. Take a deep breath. And notice, right? So I was talking with Adriana earlier this morning about how do we tap into what the body is really telling us, right? So sometimes, and this might sound weird, but sometimes we have to overcome the mind's chatter of what we should or shouldn't be doing, what we should or shouldn't be feeling, and tap in from an intuition standpoint and go, what is actually happening? Is this good for me, not good for me? Should I be this deep, right? Really tap into your intuition, to that trusting inner voice of your body. All right, lift it up, everybody. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release that leg, press it straight out, and really reach with the chest. So variation here of Dandasana, right? So we're working that quadricep, working the leg in a pretty good way. If the hands can release from the heart, take those up as well. Push down through the foot that's on the floor. You're gonna feel this one pretty darn quick. I think, at least I'm feeling it pretty darn quick. So breathe, sit tall, and everything, let's go, shake it out. All right, other side, so maybe straighten the right leg just a little bit. That just helps get that leg up there if you need it. Ankle to knee, or bring it down low, whatever feels right for you. And then slide the right leg up so that it is more 90-degree. Maybe you kind of look at your foot and you see that it's more or less straightforward. And then here we are on this side. So when we think about mind chatter and expectations and things, we may expect that one side can feel the same as the other. If you've been doing yoga for any length of time, you know that's not true. One side tighter, one side not as tight. We know how it goes. Inhale, take it up. Exhale to your heart. Either you're gonna pause here, or you're gonna take that body forward, going deeper into that hip joint. Again, trusting the body. For some, this feels marvelous. For others, this is not your idea of a good time. Take the body up a little bit. You let your body open up a little bit more organically. Breathe, just warming things up. Deep breath. Blow it out. And then take the torso up, your hands come to your heart, release and press out. Ooh, yeah. Find your breath, everybody. Squeeze in through the lower belly. That's gonna help. You may be leaning back a little bit, but not slouching, right? Not dropping the chest. If you need a reminder, you can just take your hand to your chest and kind of lift up a little bit, and that'll help remind you to keep that lifted. Ooh, feel that? Anybody feel that besides me? I forgot to take the arms up. If you would like, press down to the foot that's on the floor and release that. Shake it out, everybody. Good. Anybody remember the movie Flashdance? So let's do a little flash dance, a little kind of quick movement of those feet on the floor and release it. All right, so this time you are going to lean back in the chair. Please don't slouch, even though you're leaning back. Think boat pose. Draw the shoulders back. You can even hug the sides of your chair if you have such a chair. Bring the knees up and breathe. You're going to press one leg out, back in. Other leg out. Yep, and in. So if you feel sturdy, you don't have to hold the chair, right? You can take the hands. I can't talk and do this at the same time. You can keep your hands at your heart. The weight at the back of the chair is minimal, okay? Yeah, so you should be feeling your core at the moment. So the back is away from the chair, just the shoulder, one leg at a time, hang in there. Breathe. And last one coming right here. Whew. And release that, shake that up. Little sneaky little pose there. And then take your hands to your chair. Take the legs out off the floor. Stretch out both legs. And 2. And 3. And hold way back in the chair for balance. And 4. 5, yep. 6, I know. If you're not bending the knees, you're maybe doing a half Dandasana like we did before. 8, 9, tell me you're not feeling your hips, 10, and then let it come down. Good, and then just a little kind of windshield wiper with the legs. All right, take the legs nice and wide. We're almost done with this part. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, forearms to thighs. Your feet are solid on the ground. Your knees are not rolling in, right? They're pressing out. And I want you to just feel the extension through your whole back, right? Or the lengthening through the whole back. Feel good here, stay right here. Want to go a little bit lower? You're going to take fingertips to the floor, coming into more of a forward fold. And if you think about this pose, it's like a lopsided or an upside down for happy baby, right? So if you were on your back, this would be happy baby. You would just be holding on to your toes. So breathe, don't let the knees roll in. You can use the arms to keep the knees in alignment, lengthen through your spine. Find your breath. So nice little hip opener here. Deep breath, everybody. And then release, hands come to knees, lift all the way up, bring those feet together, and go ahead and grab the heavier of your weights, depending on what that weight is for you. I have 5s right now. And then come toward the edge of your chair without making it tippy. Okay, so just come toward the edge of the chair. Take the hands down to your side. Simple little bicep curls, right? Bicep is this part of your arm right there. Gonna do some curls. Take it in and out. Now, the secret of this is to not let the elbows swing. Keep the elbows tucked at your side and just simple squeeze in, squeeze out. Right, so concentric curls is what we're doing right now. We're squeezing up. Oh, we're just letting them come down. 2 more. And don't forget to breathe. 1 more. And pause, let the arms go long. Okay, stretching out those bicep muscles. Good, so that was this kind of motion. We contract in. This time we're going to bring them up and slowly bring them down. Bring them up, slow down. And yep, slow. Squeeze up quicker, slower down. This is 4. And 5, eccentric contractions. Breathe. That's it. 4 more. Slow, and even I'm going a little too fast. So you're resisting gravity and you're resisting the weight going back down to the end. Letting it go slow. 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. And release. Let the arms hang. Go 1 more of this, just simple bicep curls. Turn the weights out, come halfway up. So now we're doing isometric work. Try not to hold tight onto the weights. If it feels too heavy, lower your weight or drop the weight. So it's an interesting study that when they studied people who did, or exercisers who did concentric versus eccentric versus isometric bicep curls, these were the most effective at building muscle. I found that fascinating. So what are we doing? We're just holding these in place. We're holding the muscle in place. We're gonna figure it out. Breathe, everybody. You know you can always just stop at any point. Don't let the wrists sink down, by the way. Keep them nice and straight. And exhale, let go. Ooh, good. Shake it out. Drop 1 weight. You can either stay with your 5 if you have it, or go lower, and we can go higher here. You're going to rest your left forearm on your thigh, and you're simply going to curl your wrist. Now, last class, Sunday's class, we did everything about the hands, the wrists, the forearms, and the shoulders. So here we're just doing a little bit of reminding. So we're curling at the wrist, make sure it feels supported so that we can build muscles in the forearms. Good, just 2 more. And breathe. Good. Turn the weight the other way. This is where a 5 pound might be a little too heavy. So you're going to curl up and then let it hang. Curl up. Breathe. Yep. 4, 5. You got it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Go to the other side. Make sure the arm feels very supported. Curl it up for 10. Try to isolate in the wrist so that the forearm is not leaving the leg. We're just working through the wrist here. Squeeze in, squeeze out. You know, I was thinking again this morning about the many complicated ways that we can do things. And I realized that so much of my yoga has been to kind of distill down. And it just doesn't have to be that fancy. Last one. Good, turn it over, turn it around and curl up. So when you let go all the way, curl up. 3, yep. 4, this is funky for you, don't do it or drop the weight, okay? Because maybe the forearm muscles aren't used to this. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release, grab your other same weight. We're almost done here seated. We're going to get moving. I promise. You're going to turn the weights so that your palms are face down. You're going to bring them up to your shoulders. Okay. And down. 1, shoulder work. 2, keep the chest tall. 3, and 4. Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 10 and lower down. Good. So listen up. Maybe lower down, especially if you're using a 5 and you're used to it, great. If you're using a 5 and you're not used to it, we're going to go overhead, which I do very cautiously because I can get my neck and shoulders pretty irritated. You're going to just go one side. You're going to drop the weight down. The palm is face in. Bring that weight to your shoulder. Press straight up. Press straight down. And release. Good. Just 5 of these. 1, this is 2. Keep it from swinging. So what I see a lot is people swing those arms all over the place. Good. Just 1 more. Up, down, release. Let that weight rest. Other side. Let it hang. Bring it to the shoulder. Keep it kind of near the body. Down and release. Good. Just 4 more. Find your breath. For some, this is a piece of cake, and that's awesome, right? Breathe. Last one right here. Straight up, straight down. Good. Drop 1 weight. Now, this will not be for my knee folks, my knee gal out there who I love and adore. I don't think. So you're going to sandwich, and this one might be heavy. I was playing with this with 3s. You're going to sandwich it behind your knee. And then you're going to grab. Yeah, that's going to be too heavy, mostly because the metal is not going to be grippy enough. So you're going to take that weight behind your knee. You're going to squeeze it in. If you cannot do that, all you're going to do is this. You're going to lift and lower because that's what we're doing with the weight. So squeeze it in, try to hang on to it. And then lift and lower. 2, oh yeah. 3, 4, 5, woo, 6, make sure the standing foot is there. 8, 9, you got it. Hang on, hold, hang on. Breathe. Take the arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo, good. Switch sides. Squeeze it in, everybody. Hold on to it. If it doesn't work, don't worry. You're still working those hip flexors without the weight. 1 and 2, 3, 4, squeeze it in. 5, 6, 7, 8, yep. 9, woo, and 10, and release that weight. All right, so sit all your weights off your mat for now. You're just going to sit at the edge of the chair. You're going to extend through the right leg, lift it up, and then simple taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release. I don't know if anybody heard that pop. There we go for 10 on the other side. Stay tall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hands come to your chair, both feet up, both feet out, both arms out. Little balance work here. Toes point straight up. Breathe, lift your chest. Woo! Find your pose. Bring the legs together and release. Holy moly, stand up, everybody. All right, I'm gonna move my chair so that it is at the front edge of my mat. Please be mindful here. If you have your chair half on, half off your mat, it can be not only tippier, but slipperier. So, make sure all 4 legs of your chair are on your mat. Go ahead and plant your hands, walk the feet back, and 2 options, down dog. If that does not work for you, come to more of a kind of almost, it's almost plank and it's almost up dog, right? Because I know one of you just doesn't want to bring your head down too low right. So you're either down dog or kind of a high plank, or you're doing both just for the exercise of it. So bring it back to down dog, bring it forward. Legs are straight, glutes are active, down, back down to down dog, and forward. And then step forward with your left foot and walk the right foot back and find a nice high lunge here. Notice your body, right? Take the shoulders back, squeeze your belly. If it's all right, release those hands, pick it up, arms up. Nice high lunge. Remember that back foot, right? They're working with that a bit. Find your breath. Hands come back to the chair, step back down with facing dog. Breathe, maybe that high plank. And then right foot forward. Left foot back, look at your feet, make sure you're wide enough. Roll the shoulders back, either you're here or the arms are coming up. So far, so good, everybody. Nice, easy stuff, nice and accessible. We're gonna lay the foundation here. Good, release, step back, down dog. Come into that tall plank. Step forward with the left foot. Turn the back foot to the side position. Now, some of you have a heavy enough chair that you can just lean your knee right on the chair for stability. If I do, the chair will tip, so I'm a little bit off of that. And then come on up to warrior 2. Breathe. Take the back arm forward, pull it in, and back. Reach it forward like you're pulling a bow, and open. Last one, just simple 3. Good, cartwheel back to the chair, turn your back foot to the forward position, step back, down dog, make sure the hands are solid on the chair. Come into that kind of tall plank pose, shoulder work. Step forward, left, no, sorry, step forward, right leg. Drop your back foot to the side position, come on up, warrior 2. And breathe. When you're ready, back arm reaches forward and pulls. Reach it forward, pull, last one, and pull. Good, cartwheel those arms back, straighten out the back foot, step back, downward facing dog. And then walk yourself right back up to your chair. Good, and then face the chair, or don't face the chair, face away from the chair as if you were gonna sit in the chair, and then step outside your yoga mat. So we're gonna do some squats again, watch my knees there, right? So when you squat, take a look at your feet. Where are they in space? And squatting is one of those things, right? that we can do right, we can do wrong, we can think we're doing it right, and we wonder why things hurt. So when you squat, go ahead and take a little squat, nothing too deep, and just look at where your feet are and look at where your knees are, right? One of the biggest things that I have seen from a injury standpoint is those knees roll into the middle and then we squat, and I'm exaggerating. But try to keep the knees over the feet, over the center line of the feet. So we're going wide. The chair is there as a safety. Okay, so we're here, we take the arms up, we're in goddess pose. As we exhale, the knees bend, they stay out. We almost tuck into the side body. Tailbone is long, the chest is lifted. We're in goddess pose. If we were to go too far, we got the chair that we can sit in. Okay, so inhale, reach up. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. And up. Breathe. Last one. Hold, reach the arms forward, pull back. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands to legs, and then step back onto your mat. Shake it all up. Here's where the weights are going to come in. I am grabbing my 3s, right? Because I don't need to go crazy. You're gonna, and I know that my upper shoulders and neck can get sensitive to weight. So we got my 3 pounds sitting on my chair. Face your chair. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands chair. Step back, downward facing dog. Just find that pose. Just breathe, everybody. Come into that tall plank. And then step forward with your left foot. You are in a high lunge. You're going to grab those weights and bring them right to your body. So once you squeeze the belly, bring them up to your chest. And then turn them out and lift up. 1 and 2. Hold that lunge. 3, 4. Yep. 5 more if you can. If 5's enough, drop the weights. And 4, and 3. Yep, you got it, you got it. 2, woo, and 1. Good. Bring the weight down to your side. Place one weight at your front thigh. Turn your back foot to the side position. Keep this weight at your thigh. Take the other one to your shoulder. Reach forward to your shoulder and back. Be careful here. Reach forward, in, and out. That's why I go low. 3, squeeze in, open up. 4, squeeze, open. Last one. 5, squeeze in, open. Turn the palm down, lift the other one. Now 3 pounds feels heavy as all get out. And lift up. Ooh, good. Roll it out. Face your chair. Sit the weight thick. Straighten out your back foot, step back, down dog. You're getting it here. You know you don't need any weights here at all. Come into high plank. Find your breath. Step forward with your right leg. Make sure you got a good solid pose. Grab one weight, grab the other weight, take it up to your chest. Turn the weights out and lift. Here we go. Breathe. Squeeze your back glute, everybody. 5 left. 4, 3, yep. 2, last one. Woo! Bring the weights here. Drop your back foot to the side position. The front weight goes to your leg. It's there for stability. Your front hand reaches forward to your chest and back. Let the head and the neck follow you. Forward, center, back, and 3, back, and 4, back, last one, 5, And back, turn the palm down, raise the other one, hold. And release, weights come to the chair, release the weight, straighten the back foot. Step back down dog. Find your breath. Step forward with your left leg. Turn your back foot to the side position. Grab one weight. So what does this pose look like to start? Extended side angle. You can be on elbow here if you want, or you can be with hand to the chair. You're gonna take that arm up to your shoulder and straight up overhead. Now, once you have it overhead, if you're comfortable, don't over grip. Squeeze your belly, soften the shoulder that's with that hand on the floor, that shoulder. Use your breath. Now, you're gonna push up, go out. You're gonna push down to lift. Lift up, side body work, and down. We're doing one more. Woo! And breathe. Take it here. Release it. Hands to the chair, step back down dog. To plank. Excuse me. To right foot forward. Turn your back foot to the side position. Right hand stays on the chair, left hand grabs a weight. You're gonna take it up to your shoulder and hold it up to the ceiling. And breathe. Try not to over grip the weight. Notice. And then hold the weight to lift up. Warrior two. And down. Lift up, control. If the weight is too heavy, please drop the weight, but not on your toe. And up. Release, hands to the chair, turn the back foot, step back, downward facing dog. Step forward, left leg, everybody. Turn the back foot to the side position. Listen up, you're gonna grab both of your weights, bring them to your body, and turn your toes forward. So you're in a wide stance. You got both weights. Drop those weights down, the edges of those weights are touching. Now you can do this straight leg or bent knee, you decide. So shoulder work, roll the shoulders back and lift. Good, take it up. See, I can do heavier than hands. Breathe, take it up. 2, keep the weights together, elbows go higher than your wrists. 4, 5, 6, yep, 7, and 8, 9, 10, and let go, straighten the legs if they are bent, and bring those legs together, shake it out. Going back to my little baby weights here. You're gonna step with your feet hips width apart. Inhale, just roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bend the knees, chair pose. Once again, you can do this without bending the knees, because I know my dear friend B out there working with her knee. So elbows staying close to each other. You're gonna separate the hands, press straight back. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you can do this standing. 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. Take the weights behind you and tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then just press back. 1, 2, keep the chest up. 5, 6, 7, triceps. 9, 10, release. Ooh, shake, shake, shake it out. So I would do one weight of each, because then you can decide. And take the other 2 back to the floor for now. So an interesting pose, right? One we do all the time in class is just balancing table. And we can do that on our chair, which is kind of neat. So we walk the feet back, hands are on your chair. The weights are on your chair as well. Drop the shoulders back, press into your right leg, take the left leg out. And breathe. So we find it here. Second option, the right arm goes out. Here's balancing table, left hand resting, not really resting, right? We're working it. On that chair, engage the left glute, hold the belly in. Here is your option. If you want to grab one weight, take it to your chest. The weight goes back, not forward. Tricep work in a big way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it back to the chest. Let the weight go. Let go of the leg. And come up to standing. Right tricep back to the arm. We were working that the other day. It's a lot of the little stuff, a lot of the little muscles, right? We know how to work quads, but how do we work the intrinsic muscles in the ankles? Right. Calf muscles, shin muscles, forearm muscles. You get the idea. All right, let's switch sides, everybody. Hands to chair. Walk back just a little bit. When you're ready, you're shifting that weight into the left leg, reaching the right leg out. Toes point down, hips are pretty level here. Pause, feel good, take the left arm forward. And breathe. That's it, balancing table, piece of cake here. This is one of the nicer ways to do balancing table. Release that left hand, grab a weight or not, and take it back. The arm straight is what is engaging that tricep. Try not to let the shoulder drop. This is a heck of a pose, even with 5 pounds for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the weight first. Release the pose second. And then just take your feet wider on your yoga mat. Drop your elbows to your chair. And let your head rest on those arms. Nice little forward fold here. That's it. All right, come on up. Now, we're going to do this thing again with the weight behind the knee. So again, you decide if it's going to work for you. It's a little bit tricky just to get there. So we're going to come into the same stance we were in. And then we're going to grab a weight. Let's grab a weight with the left hand, because we just did right leg. And see if you can sandwich that weight behind your knee. Again, if you can't, don't worry about it. So right hand is on the chair. Hold your weight behind your knee. Let the left hand come back to your chair. Here we go. You're going to lift and lower. Don't need the weight here. Don't need to do any of this. If you don't want, working with the hips, the glutes, don't overlift, which I find hard to do in this position. So I think you're okay. Just a little tone to the belly. Come on, we got 4 left. And 3. If I can do it, you can do it. 3, 2, and 1. Listen up. If you got a handle on that weight, out to the side for 5. 1, 2, squeeze the weight. 3, 4, and 5. Grab the weight if you can. Release the leg. And come to standing. And back here, my gals and guys. Shake it out. Shake it out. Oh. All right, let's do the other side. Stepping it back. Your left hand will stay on the chair. You bring that weight behind the right knee. Squeeze in and hold. If you can't do the weight, I know that you are creative and you can figure out a good way to do this, even if it's a straight leg, straight up and down, okay? All right, here we go. Squeeze up. 1, 2, yeah. 3, you're looking at your chair. You're admiring your hands. Woo, 4, 5, 6, 7, squeeze the weight, 8, 9, one more, 10, out to the side if you can, 5, it's harder to hold, 2, 3, 4, woo, and 5. Grab that weight, release that leg. Come on up to standing, everybody, shake it out. And then, set the weights down for just a second. I want you to have access to the back of your chair. You can have one on the chair if you want. Actually, you could probably put 2 weights on your chair. Just leave them there for now. So I'm standing to the right of the chair. If I'm mirroring, then you're standing to the left of your chairs. And then let one hand rest on the chair and just kind of feel that. And think about some of the things that we've just done, right? So take the outside hand to your hip. This is just your little safety right here. Stand firm on the right leg and lift the left straight out. We were doing this earlier, right? Breathe. Bend the knee, bring it into your chest. Don't let it touch, bring it up. Bend in, down toward the floor and up. Last one, down and up. This time, see if you can hold. The opposite hand goes up. Here's your balance work here. Either it's a fingertip or it's not. Breathe. 5. I don't know, I'm in a count mood today. Just hold, everybody. Bend the knee. Release the leg. Shake it out. Same side. Want you to take, if your leg allows, take that foot into or onto the top of the chair and turn the leg out. And what does this start to look like from a balance pose? It's look a little bit like chair pose to me. The standing leg got to get strong. So we bring that hip in and we lengthen that whole side of the body from our foot to our shoulder and we hold. Okay, 1, you're here. 2, you're on toes. Just think about it. Now, your particular chair might be too high for you to do this, right? For your legs. 3, you're going to let go. Woo, and lift. And breathe. And then you're going to bring it back to the chair and pause. So 1, you're in any of those phases, leg or whole foot, toes or lift, or you're going to come to your tree pose. You can have one hand on the chair, or you can squeeze in and take both arms up. That's it. Big deep breath, everybody. Woo. And release. If you can, go back to the chair, tap down, not on your weights, and like, oh, shake it out. Good, go right to the other side. Stand up really nice and tall. And we're gonna do the same thing. One hand to your chair, you're gonna press down into what will probably be your right leg. Bring the hip in, you're gonna lift, bend, almost touch, lift, bend. I feel like I'm on the same leg. If you are on the same leg, switch and down. This time hold, tone in through the belly, lift up. Now this is the right side for me anyway. Bend the knee, hold, balance work, and let go. Woo, shake it out, everybody. Good, here we go. Put that foot on the chair. This is where this is so important, right? You can see the difference, right? If I bring this hip in, I get instantly taller. If you go to the doctor and they want to measure how tall you are, bring it in, right? Like stand so tall. One hand can go to your hip. You can just think about it. This alone, right? Nice hip flexion, external rotation, lots of stuff going on here. Squeeze the standing leg. Maybe you come to your toes. How does that feel? Maybe you see if you can lift. And breathe. Yeah. Put it back down. And release. Your decision. One, right flat foot. You just want to play with this outside hip and see how that feels. You're going to come up to your toes, a little bit more work. Or you're going to bring that leg into your version of tree. Hand can come to the chair, by the way, for balance. Or the arms go up. Find your breath. As you release, maybe you come back to the chair, half down, release, and let go. Woo, boy, did I feel that one. Did I feel that one? All right, you're gonna grab one weight, just one, actually grab both weights, change my mind. Because I learned this one both ways, and so, but I kind of like this way that I'm gonna do now. So one weight, let's do the right side, or it's my left, it's my right, probably your left, if I'm mirroring here. So it's your left leg, the weight just sits on the thigh, right? Not doing anything else, but that is your standing leg. So engage and then take your big toe out, turn the other weight in. Bicep curl, leg lift. I'm doing this the opposite side, but let's see. So lift up and down. 2, 3, 4, yeah, control, 5. If the two aren't working together, leave the toe down. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10, and lower, shake it out. Woo, switch sides. So the weight sits on the top of the thigh, the big toe points out. Right there, we got balance. You're squeezing that standing legs hip in and lift. 1, 2, got to find your balance. 3, 4, yep. 5, 6, whew, 7, 8, I know, 9, 10. And lower, shake it out, everybody. Good choice here. Both weights in one hand, depending on your weight. Point out the toe, hand stays at the hip. You're gonna lift this leg while you bend this arm. Okay, so opposite side. 1, we're just doing 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! And switch sides. I hope you're all still with me here. This can be a lot. You can always drop the weight. We're going to be coming to the floor soon, I promise. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! Nice job, everybody. Now we can set these weights aside. The chair is going to go kind of back to the front of your mat if you're moving it like I am. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale down to the floor. Step back down to the facing dog. Find your pose. Nice long torso. Press the hands gently down into the chair. Soft back of the knees, everybody. Plank pose. Find your pose, wrists and shoulders, belly is toned, legs are active. Use your breath. Lift one leg optional. Make sure you feel nice and steady. Find your breath. That's it. Lower that foot, lift the other. Breathe, everybody. And lower. Walk the feet in a little bit. Nice forward fold here. Hands rest on the chair. Find your breath. And then release it. Now you're going to come to the floor. The chair's gonna stay where it is. If you happen to have a blanket or you get too comfy, maybe you set the blanket on your chair. That's just for later. That's for the yummy part of class. And then come to the floor as best you can. Please just be mindful of how you come down to the floor with your feet toward the chair and your weight beside you. Okay, so you have one of your weights or two of your weights beside you. And then come on down to your back. That's it. Move stuff out of my way. And start here just feeling your body, right? Just feel what's happening. Neck, head, shoulders, right? How's the back feel? How do your hips feel? Your feet and hips width apart. And we're gonna start really easy. So hands down to your sides, shoulders go down. And we're gonna lift up and lower into a soft bridge. Okay, soft bridge, meaning we're not gonna overlift here. Press into your feet and imagine pressing the feet out away from each other. And then just simply lift and lower. Lift, squeeze, lower, and lift. That's 4, 5, 4, 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one, squeeze up, hold. Just breathe. How does this pose feel in your body? Right? The back of the neck should be free. There should be space behind your neck. Pressing into both feet. You're working with the hips. And lower down, everybody. Release. For those of you with some knee issues, I don't know that this may be too much pressure on that. You could possibly take the injured knee up to the floor and lift like this, so there is less pressure, but you be the judge of that. All right, you're gonna grab both of your weights. You can do the lighter ones or the heavy ones, and they're gonna sit right at the hip crease, okay? Just at the hip crease, and you're gonna hang on to them. And you're gonna lift and look. 2, 3, yep. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, one more hold, 10, hold it here. Find your breath. Good, if you can, this is not going to be for everybody, lift the heels and hold. Would not surprise me if your calf muscles cramp. If they do, lower those heels down and then lower and lift the heels for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower heels, lower hips, and pause. You can remove the weights for a moment if you want. We're going to come back to them. Find your breath. Good. Take those weights, one in each hand. Turn the palms away from you and lift up so that the weights are hitting up toward the ceiling. Once you've done that, as you lower them, you're going to lower the elbows out to the sides and back to the floor. Okay, so lift, 2, 3, yep, 4, a little bit of chest work, 5. This is probably pretty easy for most of us. This is a lightweight for this. 8, 9, 10, and lower. Remember what we did for the biceps earlier? We're going to do that with the chest. So you're going to lift up and then slowly release down. Lift up, slow, squeeze up. 3, 4, just slow it down. 5, 6, yep. 7, slow, 8, And 9, one more. Slow, 10, release, just pause. Breathe. And then take the weights, elbows off the floor, elbows are just outside the shoulders or roughly, whatever feels good to you. Drop the shoulder blades down to the floor, you are just hovering. So here we are again with the isometric movement of holding, the chest is constricted or contracted really is the word. Breathe, you can open the shoulders wider, just make sure you feel sturdy and steady here. And turn the palms face in, see how that feels. Turn them out. Turn them in. Out. Good, couple more, just rotating in, rotating out. Last one. And take it down and release. Still got both weights, we're almost done with these. You're gonna take the arms up. Again, please be mindful, be careful, okay? So my palms are faced in, the elbows are in like I'm holding that beach ball. You're gonna drop the weights toward the floor, but I'm not dropping all the way down, I'm hovering and then straight up. So 2, yep. 3, it does not require a big bend of the elbows here to engage the triceps. The arms have to be straight. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those elbows. Woo. Take those weights back to your hips. Plant the feet, lift the hips. Now, press into the backs of the shoulders, make sure the upper body feels okay. Very carefully shift into one foot, lift the other, and then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that foot, find that nice bridge pose. When you're ready, switch and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot to the floor, hold that bridge pose. Release your weights off to the floor. Come into a full bridge here. And breathe. And lower down, everybody. Ooh, good, nice release. Bring one knee and then the other knee to chest. Soften the shoulders. Good, and then just check and make sure the weights aren't going to be in your way. Allow the knees to roll to one side and come into a twist here. As I said at the beginning of class, a little bit of weights go a long way. It is more about consistency, right? Than anything. We can pick up a couple of weights, throw around a few bicep curls and tricep work or squats, whatever it is for you, and just have fun with it. Don't look at them as an effort. Just look at them as like, oh, what can I do with these today? All right, take the knees up, go to the other side. Just moving into a simple, easy twist here. Nice deep breath. Use your breath. Feel your body settling down. That's it. And then release those knees. And then choices here. I know, again, one of you maybe doesn't want the legs up above the head. So we're going to do chair, legs up the chair as opposed to legs up the wall. If that is not an option, I would either just do regular Shavasana or turn around and let your back rest on your chair or on a wall. But otherwise, you're gonna take your legs up the chair. This is something we do not do enough. It is a wonderfully restorative pose. If your chair has an open back, take your feet underneath and out so that they're not restricted. If it doesn't have an open back, I don't like this feeling of my feet being really crunched, so I'll just take the legs straight up the back of the chair, and that feels really good too. So find it for you. The blanket is there just as a cushion so that your legs are not on a hard chair or a cold chair. And then your back solidly on the floor, just a little space behind your lower back. The arms are gonna come down to your sides, and this is gonna sound kind of weird, but if you have access to maybe one of the lighter weights, just let it rest on your low belly. You can do a higher weight, but there's not really a need to. We're not gonna go anywhere. This is simply a grounding tool. The other way that some people will do it is they'll take both of their light weights and just let them rest in their palms, but the 3 pounds are a little too heavy for that. So just let the weight sit on the belly. If it rolls around a lot, you can take it kind of a little bit wider or take it on the long end and just let it sit or just let it be. And then soften all the way down, everybody. Let go, let go, let go. This is a wonderful and restorative inversion if your legs are up the chair or up the wall in any way. The nervous system responds by calming down, by moving through the parasympathetic nervous system. Feel your body just settling down to the earth, feeling fully and lovingly supported by the earth. You notice your mind wandering, just bring it back to your body and your breath. Allow yourself this time. Go even softer. For those of you who are ready, please stay with legs up the chair if you have the time. It's such a wonderful pose. But if you're ready, slowly fish your legs out from the chair and draw them to your chest. And being mindful of props and chairs in the way, let the knees roll to one side or the other. And then ever so slowly press up to your seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your own intuition, to that inner voice of wisdom and truth. If we would just listen. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Thank you all so much.